you guys see that tweet I made? Yeah, people were not a fan of what I was saying. Not gonna lie, dude. I don't think I deserved people being unkind to me. And I don't even think I really worded my tweet aggressively at all, but people did not like what I was putting down. What did you say? All I said was that Rivals of Aether 2, Street Fighter, and Smash Ultimate players should probably all be put in like cages away from the rest of humanity, poked with sticks through the bars of the cage, because that's what they deserve. I don't even think it was that bad. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. It's sad that there's basically no top level reps. And this is, I feel like, where people really started to take issue with what I was saying. For any of the characters I play in games I like, I never see ZSS, which is true. There is very, very little ZSS representation out there in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And nobody can convince me otherwise, because I actively watch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In fact, I think in the last, 100 majors I've watched, there's been maybe 3 Zero Suits in top 64 that weren't me. I've never seen ZSS, Rano, or Jury, and it makes me sad. I feel like, this came across as like pretty like, I just like, if you hit translate this tweet in a TLDR, I wish I could watch the characters that I like to play in games. I don't think a lot of people got to the same translation. I think people were just like, basically no top level reps for any of the characters I play in the games I like. So basically people read that and they were just like, yeah, Mars is a egotistical, narcissistic scumbag. I'm definitely doing a little bit of embellishing here, but basically they decided to take it as a slight on their friends and players and all that stuff. I guess to pick apart my own tweet a little bit, I'm correct about the ZSS part. Now, Rano, I mean, there are good Ranos out there, don't get me wrong. I am knowledgeable of a handful of Rano players that are out there, but when I say top level reps, I want to see people at the top level. I want a top 10 player in Rivals of Aether 2 to be playing Rano, but I don't think that exists. I don't even, I think Darai is probably the best Rano right now in the game, and I don't even know if he's a top 15 player in the world. Probably because there's not a lot of tournaments happening right now, but I just want to see him do well. I want to see any other Rano do well so that I can just watch the character. Like the last thing I watched for Rano at top level was like Stango versus Darai, and Stango was just using what's his name, Loxodon. So, you know what I mean? I want to see more of that. You probably also aren't watching non-Smash tournaments other than top 8. Yeah, that's kind of the problem too. So it's kind of like what I was saying earlier. When I say top level rep, a lot of the people, they were just like, I think when they read that, they were like, no, like there's this one Rano who lives in British Columbia who's sick nasty and he wins all of his tournaments, and he went game 5 with this top player and he almost beat this guy, and he wins his regionals against this other guy who's like not really a top player, but they're both really good in the context of some arbitrary like level of, you get what I'm saying here, right? It's just people were upset about that. I feel like every bracket has Ranos in top 32. I agree, but these motherfuckers be losing the first 2 rounds of the tournament. So can we get some VODs to watch, please? You know what I mean? And then I threw a little Jury in there too, mostly as a cement myself as a ball knower, pretend like I actually watch a lot of Street Fighter, but I don't. I watched like Nephew a couple times. I'm gonna go through the Street Fighter one quickly because nobody cares about that here. Just a Kid, Jack is probably like one of the better Jury players, and then there's also Kills You, who also plays Jury play, and then like there's Nephew, who the last 2 times I saw him at a tournament making it far, he was playing Mai. But this time, apparently the DreamHack, which was very recent, he was in grand finals versus the Japanese Zangief player as Jury. I looked it up before I started stream, so that's on me. I guess I should have known that the one tournament this motherfucker went to, he played Jury. My bad, dude. You know what? We'll just watch Evo. We'll just see how many Ranos make top 16 at Evo, and that'll, I'll be right. But like, you see what I mean? Like top 16, people don't, like people think top 16 is too much. Yeah, dude, 3 Ranos seated in top 64. So kind of what you were saying before, Sibo, where you were like, oh, there's very few people who play Rivals of Aether. It's common to like I feel like the scope gets smaller. So like in Smash, for example, if you make like top 16 at a major, you're like a top level player in my opinion. But if you make top 16 in a Rivals of Aether tournament, bro, you probably went 2-2. You know what I mean? You probably went 3-2. So it's like a lot less impressive. And there are some clear names that you need to be able to compete with when you are playing these games. To continue the example, if you are playing Ultimate, you need to be able to compete with people like Leo, Spargo, Mia, like Light, Tweak, Cola. Like, you see what I'm saying here? Like, you need to be an actual threat to these players in some way, shape, or form, and I feel like that we just don't have that with like Rano players. And I think a lot of the takeaway that people came away with this was like, you got to be that guy, and it's like, no, I don't even like. I was that guy for one of these characters. I'm over it. I want to watch other Zero Suits. I want to judge them. I want to have no skill. I want to just copy and paste some other Rano's playstyle onto mine, put a little Mars spice on that bad boy, and then boom, I'm a good player. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Maybe I could do it for Jury, but Street Fighter is a whole different ball game, and I can't play Street Fighter at that level. So Zeus the Goose is a positive light in the Rivals of Ether 2 community, but he put "Don't Tongue Me" is coming out of retirement, which I think was just his account that he's just going to be playing Rano. Basically, is the shout outs to LP. She's very nice. Recommended me Darai, but I already knew Darai. I'm a ball knower. 3 of the best Jury players out there is Betty, Nephew, and I'm assuming. Okay, I actually I've never heard of this guy before. I guess I gotta look for him. If only there was a really good ZSS player that would play at top level in tournaments more often. I don't want to watch myself play the game anymore. Like, I do for YouTube's sake, but I'm over it. I don't care anymore. I've already been the guy. I want to watch another guy. Hey, look, we got Darai right there. There's plenty of top level Ranos, but we haven't had anyone that's like a true top level rep that you're gonna see again and again in top 8s at major. See, but that's exactly what I want, Darai. And he's sick, so thank you for the level-headed response, brother. Appreciate that one. Dia for Rano. I feel like I don't think I've seen Dia at like an offline tournament, but I also could just be blind and deaf. Are there a lot of Jury players? I feel like I don't see a lot of like top level Jury players. There's like 3 that maybe I know of. And again, I want them to be doing good at stuff like Capcom Cup. Yes, I know Jury won the first Capcom Cup. Where's she been since? She hasn't really done much, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? Remember what I was just talking about? You just tagged, I assumed to be a Rano player. Yeah, Rivals of Ether 2 Rano player. Thoughts on winning that regional with Rano? See, I don't even know who this guy beat. I've never heard of this person, and I don't know what regional he's talking about, so I don't know if he got any impressive wins, but I'd like to see them if he did. Just wait, Mado will be the new Prime Mars. Okay, you didn't even spell my tag correctly. Honestly, I wish it was somebody else, because Mado is such a camper, dude. He knows how to scrap too. That's what pisses me off. He's actually pretty decent at scrapping. He just loves camping, and I've only seen that guy a handful of times, but maybe like 2 or 3 sets of his. I need a little sauce in my gameplay. You know what I mean? A little spice of life. Yeah, I know. So 2 people here commented on like Toothbrush, because Toothbrush commented on this and he was very unhappy with my post. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, it was really not that bad. No beef with Toothbrush. So yeah, this is the tweet that I think it kind of stirred the pot a little bit, which I'm okay with. Toothbrush, who's a very good Rano player, said, "This pisses me off so bad when I can name 20 Ranos better than Mars." Which, first of all, didn't deserve that. Can we just admit that? I didn't deserve that. Never proven to be and never claimed to be a good or even top 20 Rano player.
What do you say me for?
I just like watching Rano, dude. I don't know where that came from. I think a lot of like better Rivals players like saw this and they were like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. But I just commented right here. It's like, I don't know what makes you mad. I just want to see some Rano. I basically just kind of defended myself in the most passive way possible, except I did throw in this arguable jab at the bottom. Maybe to low-key, this might have been a petty tilt attack from me, if it makes you feel better, because that's what it was. Some really cool Rano players have been getting impressive results now more than ever, which is a subjective thing, because I was saying I want better results. What he sees as good results is not the same thing as I see as good results. Now more than ever, at a very well-balanced point in the game, and I didn't want that to slip by, so I chose to self-tweet about some bullshit instead, which was a mature response from him. Again, because the internet's the internet, I have to say out loud, don't, dunk on Toothbrush, because he seems like a chill lad, just based on what I know. Beastly's defending me, let's go. Can't lie, and he's right. Wait. I actually haven't read the comments of this. I think people are gonna be nasty to me in these comments, I feel like, which I low-key kind of want to see. That's my go, but Rivals players have a tendency to downplay and underrate when a top Smash player plays Rivals. The takes I've heard about guys like Spargo, Plup, Mango, Void, Mars, etc. are crazy, like your 2-2 Rano frame name Ricky isn't better than Mars. I think this is kind of like natural to have happen, because Rivals of Ether 2 is going to be this whole game where like everyone from the other Smash games are going to get rolled up into this giant snowball and compete against each other, and then like almost every Ultimate player was just like, see ya, this game's not great, I don't love it. And I think Melee players were probably the same thing. So like, we picked it up on the side and decided we didn't really love it. Plup, I love that he's sticking with it. I think he entered Evo and he's been absolutely killing it, dude. He is sick nasty at the game. I think you can like reasonably shit talk basically everyone here, even Spargo. I know he's got good results, but he's kind of a boosted Claren player, and I would tell that to his face. He understands the rules and he abides by them, as I'll say that. But Plup is sick nasty undeniably. Oh hell, even Dan Fornassi, the creator of the game, there's 100 Maples better than me, but I'd still like to see her in every top 8 if I could. See, Dan gets it. See, Dan is like-minded like me. Even I didn't even know Void replied either. He said, yeah, my Rano for one, right? Void's Rano. I bet I would shit on that thing with my force burn. No questions asked. Also, wait, this is actually an incredible response. Hell yeah. I love this image in general. This is a great place to apply it. Rano isn't really top 8ing much of anything recently. There isn't really a B-Bats / Cake / Ion type Rano rep at the moment. Who's Turnap? And also, is this to get to top 8? This is winners 164. I don't even know who this is. Is he in diamond? I mean, that is true. That is true. I'm a diamond level player, and your elo is completely one-to-one. You know, it dictates how good you are at the video game. I think it's badass that he didn't delete the tweet, and he's kind of just let it rock. So hell yeah. He's kind of right. I don't think he was saying he was the best Rano. Sounding a little tone deaf to the rivals community. What tone? I made the damn tweet when I've not seen them top 8 one recent major. That's true. That's because I don't really be entering stuff. And also, I'm not that good. So, I mean, my skill has never been brought into question. So, I just don't know why we're talking about. I like how instead of, like, talking about the tweet that I made, people are just like, yeah, he's ass. I just want to watch more goddamn Rano. Yeah, see, like, Bridgeman gets it. He didn't say there are no Ranos better than me. He said basically no top level. To be honest, he's not wrong. See, it's all subjective. It's all just, what do you consider top level? And that's where the blurriness of the conversation came through. Definitely allowed to take a shot at me. I am unforgiving when I see a Smash player who isn't actively keeping up with the game, talking about the game in a way that feels out of touch to me. I gotta shut the fuck up sometimes instead of being quick to engage. Not a good look for us by me. Sorry. Yeah, it's just a mature response. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. So, I mean, I feel like there's not really much more to throw onto it. I would love to watch Zero Suit. I'd love to watch more Rano. I'd love to watch more Jury. And maybe I can go out of my way to do a better job at looking for that stuff. But, so I quote tweeted my own tweet. This tweet taught me Rano players can be very sensitive. I just want to see them top 8. I don't know why I said Rano player. Well, I know why I said Rano players, because I saw Toothbrush and I was like, well, he's a Rano player, so he represents the entire Rivals of Ether community, and I generalized a little hard there. So my bad. Yeah, it's just a mature response. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. And then Zomba came in with the, you got to remember you actually reached a really good top level peak. Didn't even spell peak right. I thought he went to college. Our definitions of doing good compared to others are highly different. Exactly. And he was spitting. So good on him. Neff has been back on Jury recently and doing well. See, back on Jury. See, that's how you know that I'm not totally irrelevant. I'm not a complete LARPer. Shu, somehow I just can't understand how you do it. That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. Talk about ZSS. Sorry, Shu. Zero Suit sucks. Yeah, okay. So, like, this guy, I just saw the result. Montu won a regional this weekend with Rano. Don't know who they beat still. India owns European rivals. Like, what, man? Again, are there good European players outside of Dia? And how good is Dia actually? There's a good amount of what I'd consider top-level reps still, or at least essentially at that cusp. Tends to be a lot either at top 8 qualifiers or one round before that, and I still consider that a good cutoff, to be honest. Yeah, again, that's just like subjectiveness of how good. You might be mistaking Nephew for someone else because he's basically solo Jury every event he goes to. Wait, let me see this. I mean, he could still play Mai at some other point. Wait, but also, like, look at these results, dude. 33rd at Combo Breaker. I'm not watching you fight for 33rd. I'm not watching you fight for 9th, bro. 2nd is pretty good. Nephew, yeah, okay. I must have mistaken Nephew for Kills You for the whole My stuff. So yeah, thank you for the LARP award, dude. What kind of nerd gets 33rd? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh wait, let's look at this. This is for, this will just round out the video, I suppose, of people. This is the 40 through 31 for Rivals of Ether 2. Got Yoda Cage at 40. This guy used to play Smash. I don't know if he still plays Smash. Oh, they got a little gif of him. Hold up, let me see the gifs. Oh, free double dunk. Unimpressive. Unimpressive. Toothbrush. We all know who this up gamer is. No gif? No nothing? Bro's never made it to stream. What is this? This is what I'm talking about. I want to watch Rano and I'm getting that. I literally watch. Everyone else is going to have a gif except for the Rano player. Ham Polo. I don't want to see Zetter. I want to see, yeah, Godly the Rano player. Yeah. And we got to get, yeah, let's go. That was it? You kidding me? It was cool. This is 31. There you go. Good job, Godly. Thank you for giving me at least a little bit of something to watch. We can look at the 50 through 41. We'll scroll through it a little bit quicker while we're here. We got Lucius. We got a little bit of Rano. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's the whole clip? Surely not. Forta. Well, okay. He can't tech. He doesn't have the choice, the chance. That was kind of OD, I'm not gonna lie. Cupid, Duckers, another Rano. There are too many Rano players. Darai, what the heck? He's nasty though. Watch, there's gonna be no Ranos from here forward. Maybe one more, but I have no clue. So thank you for watching this little drama segment. Ooh, drama segment from Mars. Maybe I should make more tweets and just do more rage baiting so that we can just interaction farm and then make YouTube videos off of it. This is kind of fun to do. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.